Good evening, coffee supporters. It's me, Kieran. How are you? We're going to talk about Box Hill today, but first of all, I do want to address I've been a little manic in the private life. I've had a few things going on, so I haven't been doing as many coffee supporter reviews as I would like. But things are slowly dying down, so hopefully I can get a few more out. So I do apologise that I've been a little lackluster in content, but everything's calmed down, so we should be fine. Box Hill by Adam Mars Jones. You might have seen me talk about this on the Discord if you're part of it, because this caused a little bit of controversy after its publication, like a good while after its publication. A year after its publication, some would even argue. They would be right. One of the 5 Booker judges, yes, not the Booker that everyone is saying, one of the 5 Booker judges in 2020 said that this book was too gay, but Shuggy Bain was gay enough. I'm not entirely sure about the last quote. Allow me to paraphrase. But this quote, too gay. Curiosity, like the brutal animal murderer it is, killed the cat. So I went out and bought Box Hill, because I'm there thinking, too gay? What does too gay mean? And to compare it to Shuggy Bain, which I would say is very queer light, because it's just shrouded by Agnes Bane and that part of the plot. What is Box Hill doing? This slim, not even 150 page book, how is it too gay? We start off with a bit of alfresco fellatio. Let's backtrack. Colin is reminiscing upon his first ever relationship with an older man. And Colin, his age, well, none of the ages are really specified in any of this. The timeline is very open, but we know that this is set in the 80s, and Colin, being a young man, wants a motorcycle, and he goes to Box Hill, where a lot of the bikers go, and he trips over Ray, and that, it seems, begins their relationship. Is it even a relationship? Well, Colin says that it is, but there's something within the actualities and the circumstance which feels as though Ray is just abusing Colin. This is a sub-dom relationship where Colin is just used for sex. I mean, there is a very explicit rape scene between Ray and Colin. And Colin, looking back to somewhat rose-tinted glasses, feels as though, well, that's just what we did. Like, he didn't need my consent because I probably would have given it to him anyway, but it's very clear it's a rape scene. Colin's not even allowed to sit on the sofa. Colin lovingly even reflects on a scene where he would watch Ray clean his motorcycle, but to the reader it's bleak. Colin's watching Ray clean the motorcycle, but Colin does tell us that Ray would not even look at him. Colin's just in the background here. Now, the subtitle to Box Hill is a story of low self-esteem, and Colin is riddled with it. Colin doesn't stand up to anything, and he won't say what he has on his mind. He just lets things happen to him, and Ray is more than happy to abuse that situation. If you're listening to me and are not wholly convinced, just go to one of the poker nights that happens just after the halfway point, where Colin's just there to he's there to give sexual favours to the other men. He knows that he thinks he's not allowed to have sex with the other men, and Ray would confront someone if so, but that's not off the cards. He's just there to suck men off. Then Kevin comes in, who is younger, who is thinner, who's more attractive, and the older men gravitate towards Kevin for their sexual favours, leaving Colin in a state of desperation, and within that desperation leans to Ray more. And over the years of this relationship, Ray integrates with Colin's family. They all understand each other's roles to play, though the role between Ray and Colin is really not established at all. Let's talk about Colin's family. This part of the novella, no, which feels inevitable to say because this dynamic between Ray and Colin is so volatile and the proxemics are so close that when Colin interacts with anyone else, it loses that airtight quality. And as we know that Colin's relatedness from the future, we know that he's currently not with Ray. And I don't want to say what happens to Ray because you might want to go out and read this 120-page novella. But the novel just lets all the air out, and it might as well be a lead balloon. It goes... it just goes south. It just plummets. The novel's strength is the sub-dom relationship, but as soon as it ends, or as soon as we deviate from it, it feels as though Adam Miles Jones never knew where to go, always wanting to bring it back to Ray. But once Ray's gone, Colin's just left floundering. All in all, I'd give this a 3 out of 10. If anyone wants it, let me know. I'll happily send it to you. It's not that good.